Hello everyone, and welcome back to our IELTS Writing Masterclass. We've covered introductions, opinion essays, and discussion essays, and today we're diving into another very common question type you'll see in Task 2, the Advantages and Disadvantages essay. On the surface, this essay type might seem pretty simple, right? You just need to list the good points and the bad points of a topic. Well, yes and no. While the basic concept is straightforward, scoring highly actually requires a bit more than just listing. You need balance, a clear structure, and a really good understanding of exactly what the question is asking you to do. In this video, we're going to show you how to identify the two different types of these questions, how to structure your response perfectly for each, and how to write a balanced, high-scoring answer that impresses the examiner. Ready to get balanced? Let's go! Alright, this is the most important slide in this whole video. Seriously, pay close attention here, because there are actually two different types of advantages and disadvantages questions, and you absolutely must know the difference. Getting this wrong means you won't answer the question correctly, and that will hurt your score. First, Type 1, the discussion essay, balanced scale. This is the standard advantages and disadvantages essay. The key words you'll look for are phrases like, what are the advantages and disadvantages of? Discuss the advantages and drawbacks of, or sometimes it might just ask for pros and cons. For this type, your job is to be a neutral observer. You simply present the good points in one paragraph and the bad points in another. You do not give your personal opinion. Your tone should be objective. Let's focus first on the standard discussion type, the one where you stay neutral. The structure for this essay is nice and simple and very balanced. Your introduction, you'll paraphrase the topic of the essay, and your thesis statement will clearly state that the essay will explore both the benefits, advantages, and the drawbacks, disadvantages. Your first body paragraph, this paragraph will be dedicated entirely to the advantages. You'll present about 2 or 3 key advantages, explaining each one of it. Your second body paragraph, this paragraph will be dedicated entirely to the disadvantages. Again, you'll present about 2 or 3 key disadvantages, explaining them. Your conclusion, finally, your conclusion will briefly summarize the main points from both sides, the advantages and the disadvantages. Notice that there is no personal opinion in this type of essay. Your tone should be objective and neutral. Think of yourself as a journalist reporting on an issue, just presenting the facts from both sides without taking a personal stance. The absolute key to a good, balanced advantages and disadvantages essay is balanced brainstorming. Before you even start writing, take just 2 minutes to plan your ideas. The best way to do this is to create a simple T chart. Draw a big letter T on your paper. On the left side, write advantages, plus, or pros. On the right side, write disadvantages, minus, or cons. Now, don't just write 1 or 2 ideas. Push yourself to think of several points for each side. The more ideas you brainstorm, the more material you'll have to choose from for your body paragraphs, and the more balanced your essay will be. Let's take our example topic, working from home. If we brainstorm for this, advantages, we can think about the flexibility people have and autonomy, meaning they can manage their own time. There's no commute, which saves a lot of time and money. It can lead to a better work-life balance. People can apply for jobs that aren't in their local area, so a wider job market. Disadvantages. There's the risk of social isolation or feeling lonely. Home distractions can be a problem, things like family, pets, or chores. The lines between work and home life can get blurred, making it hard to switch off. There can be IT security or technical issues that are harder to fix when you're not in an office. As you can see, by pushing yourself to brainstorm, you get several strong points for both sides, which is exactly what you need for a balanced essay. For this standard type of advantages and disadvantages essay, maintaining an objective tone is absolutely crucial. This means you need to be careful about the language you choose. Your goal is to report on the issue, not to judge it or express your personal feelings. Use neutral transition words. To introduce each side of your argument, use phrases that signal objectivity. You've already learned about contrast words. For introducing the first side, you can use, on the one hand, one of the most significant advantages is, one of the primary benefits is. To introduce the other side, the disadvantages, use, on the other hand, there are also notable drawbacks. However, this work model has several significant disadvantages. Avoid opinionated language. This is very important. You need to present the points factually. For example, instead of saying, "The terrible problem is isolation," which sounds like your personal opinion and a bit too emotional, you should say something like, "A significant disadvantage is the potential for social isolation." See the difference? Significant disadvantage is neutral and factual. Terrible problem is emotional and subjective. Report, don't judge. Your job is to present the advantages and disadvantages as they are, based on general knowledge or common understanding. You're reporting on what people generally experience or believe. You are not trying to persuade the reader to think one side is better. By using this neutral language and reporting style, you show the examiner that you understand the requirements of this specific essay type and can write in an appropriate academic tone. Let's put all of this into practice with our sample question. Remember, we need to identify the question type first. The prompt is, in recent years, an increasing number of people are choosing to work from home. What are the advantages and disadvantages of this trend? Does it use the word outweigh? No. Does it ask for your opinion? No. So this is a standard advantages and disadvantages essay, type 1. Our structure will be neutral and we will not give our personal opinion. Our plan is based on the brainstorming we did earlier. Introduction, we'll introduce the topic of remote work and state that the essay will discuss both its pros and cons. Body paragraph 1, advantages, will focus on the key advantages we identified, like increased flexibility and the cost savings from not commuting. Body paragraph 2, disadvantages, will focus on the main disadvantages, such as social isolation and the distractions that can happen at home. Conclusion, we'll finish by neutrally summarizing both the advantages and disadvantages. This clear plan ensures we cover all parts of the question correctly and maintain the right structure. Here are the introduction and conclusion for our essay on working from home. Let's see how they fit the requirements. The introduction effectively paraphrases the topic. Management offers considerable benefits, it is not without its significant drawbacks. This essay will explore both the key advantages and disadvantages. Perfect. It tells the reader exactly what the essay will cover without giving any personal opinion. The conclusion neatly summarizes the main points without taking a side. It starts with "in conclusion," as expected. Then it mentions the advantages, unparalleled flexibility and financial savings. It contrasts these with the disadvantages, potential for social isolation and a decline in professional collaboration. The final sentence, "The suitability of this model ultimately depends on the nature of the job and the individual's personality," provides a balanced and thoughtful final summary. It acknowledges that the experience can vary, which is a very objective way to end. Now, let's examine the body paragraphs, where we present the advantages and disadvantages using our brainstorming points. The first paragraph begins with "on the one hand," a perfect neutral transition word. It is dedicated only to the advantages. It discusses the key points we brainstormed: increased flexibility, autonomy, better work-life balance, and savings on time and money due to no commute. It uses good vocabulary like affords employees, structure their day around personal commitments, elimination of a daily commute, and improved employee retention. The second paragraph provides the perfect contrast, starting with "on the other hand." It focuses solely on the disadvantages. It highlights the main disadvantages we brainstormed: social and professional isolation, feeling disconnected from colleagues, and the issue of distractions at home. It uses neutral language like several notable drawbacks, most prominent of which is detrimental to team cohesion and morale, and difficult for some individuals to maintain focus. It also explains why these are disadvantages. Both paragraphs present their points clearly and objectively, with no personal opinionated language. This structure and tone are exactly what the examiner is looking for in a standard advantages and disadvantages essay. So, to sum up, what are the most important things to remember to succeed in advantages and disadvantages essays? 1. Identify the prompt type. Always start by checking for those key words. Is it asking for a simple discussion of pros and cons, or is it asking if the advantages outweigh the disadvantages? This determines if you give your opinion or stay neutral. 2. Structure is your friend. Use the logical structure: introduction, body paragraph 1 advantages, body paragraph 2 disadvantages, conclusion. Keep these sections separate and focused. 3. Stay balanced and objective. Unless the question specifically asks you to outweigh the points, maintain a neutral, objective tone. Report the facts and the general opinions on both sides. 4. Brainstorm both sides. Before you start writing, take a few minutes to brainstorm several advantages and disadvantages. This ensures you have enough material for a balanced essay. 5. Use neutral language and clear transition words. Employ phrases like "on the one hand," "on the other hand," and avoid opinionated words. This is key to meeting the requirements of this essay type. By following these key takeaways, you'll be able to confidently tackle any advantages and disadvantages essay that comes your way.
Thank you for watching. We hope this guide has clarified how to approach advantages and disadvantages essays. Remember to identify the prompt type, stay balanced and objective unless asked for an opinion, and use a clear structure with plenty of brainstormed ideas. If this video was helpful for you, please give it a like. It really helps our channel out and lets us know you appreciate the content. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel for more IELTS tips, strategies, and lessons. We've got lots of other great content coming up that will help you ace your exam. Our next video will be diving into two-part question essays, which is another very common type, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. And finally, do you have any questions about advantages and disadvantages essays or anything else we've covered today? Please let us know in the comment section below. I'm always happy to help you out and answer your questions. Until next time, keep practicing and I'll see you in the next video.